Guys, and welcome back to the Journey of Self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and this is The Journey. Okay, guys, so as promised, I did actually launch the Journey of Self jewelry collection in July. It has been up on the website, thejourneyofself.org. You can go there and you can buy the jewelry directly off the website. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be featuring a piece of jewelry every time I do the readings, okay? Currently on the website, we do have 80 custom pieces of jewelry on the website, earrings, bracelets, anklets, things of that nature. Some are fashionable, such as the Savannah and the Sept collection, and others are spiritual, such as these two featured here on the end, such as the 4 Elements bracelet as well as the Manifestation bracelets. Okay, so this is the piece that I would like to feature this month, the Manifestation bracelet. All right, as you guys can see, this is a mixture of small beads as well as larger beads, okay? This bracelet is about 11 links, or 11 rings, I should say, and can be customized, where you can add rings or take rings away. You can also get this bracelet featured without the larger stones, okay? In that particular case, it looks like this. The larger stones are going to be absent. Okay, this is going to be, it's a little thunder, wow. This is going to be the Aquarius life purpose, general, whatever you'd like to call it, reading. Okay, the first card out is the Ace of Swords. The second card out is the Knight of Wands. I see a lot of truth and passion coming through for you guys. A lot of truth and passion, yep. You guys are actually going to be moving into who you are. You guys are truly leaders in the zodiac. You guys are usually leaders in your inner circles. You guys do often take the lead in your relationships, personal, romantic, and business. The next 3 cards out, the 5 of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. What you guys have to be careful of is the way you speak your truth. Delivery is everything. Sharpness of tongue. That's where you guys are going to have to really be careful. I feel like there is information coming in, or truth that has been spoken, or truth that will be spoken, that will actually give you guys a little more of a push in this direction. We do see that there is movement in this. There is movement in this, in your situation. You are moving toward being stable, being self-sufficient. I feel like you guys are, getting advice from the outside. And if you're not looking in a long-term direction, that you could be looking short-term. You guys may have things in your past that might be holding you back. I feel like you guys have to be sure to not be quick to anger and rushing to make decisions that may not be for your long-term better interest. I feel like the wheel is turning in your favor. Okay? Some of you may actually be changing your career to actually fulfill your life purpose and actually walk in the path that you should be walking in. I feel like you guys need to definitely be giving because you guys should definitely be giving as much as possible because it's only going to be returned to you many times over. Right now, it's important that you guys focus on self. Worry about yourself. Self-preserve. It's important. I feel like you guys actually have a great potential for self-development as well as growth and creativity right now. If you guys are interested in starting a family, this time would be a good time for that. I feel like you guys love your freedom and it's part of who you are, and that this creativity and this sense of growth, if you know actually harness it and try and plant seeds and harvest them, that it actually will lead to more freedom. Okay. I feel like at this time, it's a perfect time. Like when things are ending at this point and things aren't going in the way that you feel like they should go, like there may be some things that go on that are unfair at this particular time in your life. Go ahead and let these things end. Do not, as long as you're using your higher moral, self and your moral compass correctly, you may feel like people are winning or situations are prevailing that are not necessarily positive or right or fair. However, this situation that you're in is actually leading you to your life's mission, your life's path. It's going to become extremely clear to you. Yeah. No matter what you see other people doing, don't use underhanded methods to get ahead. It's not going to benefit you in the long run. And don't rush into any decisions. Take your time. You have nothing but space and opportunity. Take your time. You don't have to rush for anyone. If someone is encouraging you to rush, they're probably trying to encourage you into something that's not necessarily good. There could be a fire sign that's not at their highest vibration in your life, and this person may not be the best thing for you. Where you work for passion reasons, this person may work because they have to, and their life circumstances leaves them bitter. They're not necessarily happy with where they are. So encouragement toward you as well as doing the just right thing may not be possible for this person. You guys, I have to also remember not to be superficial I have to put these cards back on. I don't know what happened, but they seem like they're not shuffled. If they were meant to come out, they'll come out again. But I've seen that group of cards in another reading. Weird. There are some of you that are looking for signs, and you will find them. Look for lizards. Look for lizards. Lizards actually, they actually represent prosperity. Look for lizards. I feel like you guys will be tempted to do something immoral. And if you guys are being pessimistic, don't be. Be positive. Because that will be your greatest enemy. And if somebody is trying to encourage you to do something immoral, or if you have the opportunity to do the wrong thing, do the right thing, it's going to benefit you, even when no one's looking. You guys have to keep your temper in order for this situation to work out. That's one of those things that you have to work on. I do have the temperance card here clarifying. You guys are innovative leaders, creatives. However, you have to be extremely careful on the way you treat people. Just because you have a valid idea doesn't mean that they don't need convincing. And if they do, don't feel judged or slighted by this. Just understand that maybe they need a chance for you to explain your vision, for them to be able to help you execute it. I feel like if you guys are not going to plan well, if you're not going to control your anger and things of that nature, you move too hastily. That it's actually going to create a loss for you. So you're going to have to be careful with that. Let me just clarify a couple of cards. I feel like that some of us may be crying over spilled milk. I do have the Ten of Swords here as well as the Five of Cups, and thinking like a victim is not going to really help us along the way. It's actually going to keep you in that very negative place. This period of depression is temporary. It will pass, but the best thing to do to help you get out of this is to create your light at the end of the tunnel, which will be something creative, a creative endeavor. That could help, right? Get your creativity popping, like we said in the beginning with the Empress. This is a good time for creative projects. This is a good time to be creative and to love on yourself and to really be one with self. All right, there can be somebody, this could be you, but if this is you, you definitely have to change this and mature. If this is you being stubborn, and not even that you're necessarily stubborn so much as you may not want to put in the effort and the work for what you want, and that's going to be a big downfall. It's going to stop you from getting what you can actually have. It's not about what you deserve, because there's no such thing. We deserve what we work for. So it's not about that. And you have to be realistic about money. Like I said from the beginning, self-preservation is the biggest thing right now. You guys are going to enter a period where you are going to, I feel like it's a period of just needing to preserve and use money wisely and things of that nature. And, stocking up for your future, or stocking up for a scarce period. And I feel like being hasty with your words and speaking your truth, yes, but being hasty and speaking out of anger and not out of logic like you should as an Aquarius is not going to help you. Okay, let me clarify this Page of Swords. All right, I feel like the King of the Knight of Wands may be where you are. You are going toward that very stable energy. However, your emotions. I feel like some of you know what you want, but you're afraid. Your self-esteem is one of the problems. Your point of view, like you're pessimistic, is one of the problems. You guys, some of you may have a lack of motivation. And this is all stemming from the fact that you have a self-esteem issue. So it discourages you from being able to execute the actual, hurdles that you have to jump to get to where you're going. You don't necessarily know that you can. And you're like, well, why would I waste my time? But you can. That's why these cards are showing up, because this is energy that you can actually correct. That's why these things are here. It's not saying you're in this place. Actually, it's showing where you're going. It's a very positive place. You're going to have to believe that a little bit more, Aquarius. I feel like at this point in time, there's a lot of energies that are trying to apprehend us all, slow us down. There are energies that are trying to kind of like shake things up and put us into a different perspective, lessons to be learned and things of that nature. However, I don't think you're taking this well. I mean, I'm going to have to tell a secret here, because I know there's course watchers, but as we know as Aquarius, we do not like being criticized. Whether people know that they're doing it or they don't know they're doing it, whether it's in jest or not, we really don't enjoy being criticized. Yeah, I mean, there's some energy here that talks about overreacting and low self-esteem and blowing up and blowing things out of proportion and not having a good work ethic. This keeps being repeated. There may be someone in your life that you may feel like is attractive and well-dressed and all of that jazz. However, this person is not who they seem to be. This person likes to sell dreams. This person is actually buying and actually living a dream that they sold themselves. They're not who they say they are. This person is all about the physical, whether it be the way you look, also what you have, materialistic. This person is immature emotionally. Actually, this person may even appear emotionless. There is this person, and there may be others, but these people may, they're just, you can always tell a tree by its fruit. I've been saying this all day. I'm going to continue to say it. It's just the truth. Look at this person's track record. See what they've really done. Not what they want you to believe, but what they've really done. Are they stable? Have they been anywhere for a while, laying down and trying to create roots? No. Then how can they tell you anything about getting there and trying to do any of that? I feel like you guys are going to be successful, but there are going to be some roadblocks, and it's going to come from... Okay, so in a nutshell, what are these things? You guys may get some type of monetary gain. However, it is not the time to reinvest this. This is the time to actually research what you've been doing that worked, research what you've been doing that did not work. This is the time to do that, okay? Once you do that, you can go ahead and start planning for the future, but it is not time to take action at this moment in time, okay? If you don't make your decisions and set your heart and set your intentions, for long-term goals, doing things the right way, using your moral compass, then it will be your ruin. It will be your disaster. It will cause a tower if one has not already started to brew because of the behaviors, okay? But if you do these things, you can avoid creating a tower, and you can more or less move toward being something like an emperor. Put self-interest and self-preservation first, guys. Worry about yourself and everything else will follow. Let me go ahead and pull some life purpose cards for you, because I keep getting the same thing with your cards. It's obvious that there's a possibility that you could really mess this up with being hasty and being immature, or someone in your outside external being hasty or being immature and trying to portray a image that is not true. The first card out is Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings a deep sense of accomplishment, okay? For those of you that may have or may be seeking a career in architecture, building, construction, things of that nature, any type of creative, working with your hands type project, you guys are finding your life path through this creativity. I don't necessarily know if that particular thing that you're doing is the thing for you. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the energy that it's creating in your life. Okay, the next card out is family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. And yes, that is true. Okay, travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. So, as we know, Sagittarius as well as Aquarius, we love to travel. And for those of you that are going on a trip soon, well, keep your eyes peeled. Listen to the water, listen to the moon, listen to the stars, because they're all going to have something to say. Okay, listen to nature, because nature is going to sing to you. Let me tell you, I can tell it's happening. Career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you joy and abundance. Your desires, that bring you joy and abundance, you desire and deserve. Right? You guys have been putting in work. That's the craziest part about this reading. It's like the universe is saying, like, don't give up now. Don't get lazy now. It's hard now, and don't let anyone come in and try and entice you down the wrong path. Don't do that either. All right? Let me go ahead and check this out. I just want to get some messages here. I'd like to pull some angel answers. Okay, guys, let me just pull that. You guys may be moving towards something that you need to reconsider. Okay, I feel like I read this in another reading. Some of you may be involved in some type of legal, or because I think this was in your love, but it sometimes messages that are important to your life pop out in both, everywhere across the board, right? So there's something that may be legal that you guys are trying to accomplish. You guys may need to reconsider that and revisit that at another time, but this is not the proper time for that. As for your life path that you feel like you deserve to be on and you should be on, Spirit is saying, angels are saying, don't stop. You're going to have success in that. Look for the signs and be willing to compromise, right? The thing that you want to do may not bring a lot of money at first, or may not, be the most secure, because it may be a leap of faith. It may be, you may be embarking on a entrepreneurial journey, which is unsure at first. But the success and the security that it will bring in the future is unsurmountable. It's something that only an entrepreneur would understand, something that maybe even only a mother would understand, because you create something and then you build it, and then you watch it grow and blossom into something that's even bigger than yourself, right? And then you also reap the benefits of said building and seed that was planted, right? But it's scary at first. It's extremely scary at first. In the last year, I've manifested some of the biggest things that I've ever manifested in life, and it was not without its fear. But let me tell you guys something. Courage is not absent of fear. As a matter of fact, in order for courage to be necessary, you have to have fear. And it's what you do in the face of fear. What do you do? What are you doing? Right? Even though you're afraid, how are you going to act? How are you going to react? Right? I was shuffling the wrong cards, I realized, though. Let me get two of these spirit message cards for you guys, and then we're out. I feel like some of you have been dealing with a difficult situation in your career at this current time. It's not unsurmountable. It's nothing that's going to jeopardize your job per se. I feel like as far as your career, if you're going to leave it, it's going to be you leaving it. It's not going to be you being pushed out of it. It's going to be you leaving it. If you're going to leave it, you're going to make that decision. But that's part of it, making your decision and standing by it. Not making a decision too hasty, and also maybe saving your money so you can fully live in this decision comfortably and safely and with positive thinking while you're there. You know, like if you leave your job, you should probably save your money so you don't have to go and find another job after while you're trying to transition into this new life path. Right? That's what I mean in particular. Hello from Heaven is the first card. Yellow and purple. And I think I said orange and purple before, but these are the cards that these are the colors that are going to be significant to you this month. Okay, it says hello from heaven. It says your loved ones in the spirit world want you to connect with them as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking about them, and they are sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove that they are with you at all times. If you look at this card, all of these symbols and signs are from nature. So as I said before to you, for those of you who are going away in particular or going on a trip in particular, listen to nature, listen to this.